Hey, SGDQ, we have a wonderful set of labors for you here today. You would not believe the labors we are about to achieve, but first I'm going to introduce myself. I'm Giga7K. Giga is all you need to know. I'm joined by my fellow Nintendo 64 appreciators. If they want to introduce themselves, you can start.
What's up? I'm Tapioca.
Spock. Shoehorse.
And yeah, we have Hercules, The Legendary Journeys, not the Disney one. This is based on the TV show. There is a lot to say about this game, but we'll let it speak for itself. So time will be when I hit select file. So I will do 3, 2, 1, and go. All right, so we're starting off with an epic tale. This scribe lady is about to tell us about the Hercules himself. This is just the TV show intro. Followed by, we're going to get a little bit of the excuse plot of the video game. The short of it is that Hercules is a hero. Unfortunately, his dad Zeus has been trapped inside an orb by Ares, and bad stuff is happening, and Hercules has to go take care of it, and we're going to start doing that right now. We are going to, just go right through this barn door. I'm also through the crate. That's totally normal. You will see so much more. Trust me. Perform a little pause clip. We have a lot to show off in the first little bit, so we will explain things as they become a little bit more relevant. This is the tutorial section. We're in Kokiri Forest here. Well, not Kokiri Forest. Hercules lives on a farm, apparently, by himself with a centaur man. We are doing a combat tutorial. We don't really need to do this, except for the fact that we do. We need a lot of money, and our centaur friend is kind enough to pay us 50 dinars every time we knock out this set of dummies within the time limit. And all we need to do to get that money again is just enter this barn, come back out, and look, all the dummies are back. He's going to talk to us, task us with defeating them again, and so we're going to do that. We need 700 dinars before we leave here. We need about 1,050 dinars over the course of the entire run. We're going to be using this trick called a double jump every time we farm these. The double jump is essentially if you jump just before a text box appears, you will be snapped back to the ground by the text box, which is this guy telling us, congratulations, here's 50 bucks. And then our vertical speed will be stored, will be on the ground, and then as soon as that text box closes, we will pop right back up, and we will be considered as not having used our jump, and we'll be able to just double jump, literally double jump in the air when we're not supposed to. And that saves us a lot of time in climbing the ladder, getting told how ladders work every single time we need to use the ladder.
Just in case you forget.
Some of us forget. Ladders can be difficult.
Ladders are very complicated. I mean, Hercules can't climb many things, but ladders he can climb, so good for him. But thankfully, he's a demigod. He doesn't even need to climb the ladders every time. So that was not the best double jump timing. If you see, basically the more weird and sudden it looks, the better the timing is for the double jump. If it looks weird and snappy, then I probably got the best timing possible because I'll have more of my speed left over by the time the dialog box closes. It does kind of affect the timing with which I need to do my second jump. So I don't know if you've been paying attention to the time left counter that is absolutely not counting in seconds here. That's just a frame counter, and if you were to, you'll notice the next time I go around here. By the way, I'm doing a ladder jump here to save, the slow animation of climbing up to the top of the ladder, which is even slower than climbing the ladder in the first place. I just let go of the ladder and then jump midair and save myself a little bit of time, not as much as the double jump saves, but hey, what are you gonna do?
Hey.
Hey. You'll get that one later. It's a little soon for you, but your kids are gonna love it. So yeah, if you notice this timer is just going to tick down faster and slower depending on exactly where we're looking. There's a double jump.
Nice. There it is.
Woohoo. So 300 more dinars to go. But yeah, if you count those frames, we're getting about 15 to 20 FPS Just in this this is one of the good sections of the video game, if you can believe it. It goes lower. It definitely goes lower. So we're not only are we like sub Ocarina of Time frame rates, just none of the consistency, and we get much lower than that. So yeah, now that we've kind of dispensed with that, we've got a little bit more money to farm. Just a quick little preamble about how I even got started running this game. So everyone on my back couch, they don't speed run this game.
I tried.
You tried.
It sucks too much.
It does.
Hey,
I want to fall asleep, but
you're
it's
right.
very
You're
fun
right.
to watch.
But every Friday, a bunch of us get together and we race through a game in the Nintendo 64 library. We call it N64 Mania. And yes, we were doing it before Spike. But
No,
Just gonna call him out like that.
it's okay.
it's okay.
As if we didn't steal it from TMR.
Well,
Shush. Anyway, ignoring the fact that we have none of the dedication those guys do. One day we stumbled upon this game. None of us had played it before. I think at least I knew it was sort of infamously not good. And boy, is it special. And so I think maybe one of us in the entire group finished it. Not anyone here, that's for sure. One of us finished it. Shout out to JTB.
shout outs
Who actually did run this game before I did, I think.
progenitor.
And then, so we played it. Like most of us learned speed tech just trying to finish it. That's how easy some of this stuff is to do, just knowing that it's possible. And for years we joked saying like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if one of us like ran this game? And now one of us does run this game. And so
Well, here we are.
here we are. Somehow they gave us an hour of silly block. I don't know how that happened, but I guess you might understand why later. So we're almost done with this. Happy to be farming dinars for a good cause here in Minneapolis. One more reset of the room here, and then we can actually move on with our legendary journeys. I'm so excited.
I'd love to shout out real quick that we are now more than a third of the way there to that 7,500 horse cosplay incentive. Thank you so much, everyone. Less than 5K to go.
I need to see that horse.
Trust me, I've seen it, and you really do.
Please let us get to the horse.
Also, we're less than $100 away from 799K.
Yes.
I like that number. That number sounds good to me.
I love that number, but I think I like 800K more. How about y'all out there?
A few bonks there.
I think they like it. All right, now we're about to commence our legendary journey for real. We have all the money. Well, we don't have all the money we need. We have all the money we need from the farm specifically. We are going to skip a couple of things we're supposed to do. I think we're supposed to collect the key. I don't remember anymore. We're just going to pause right through this. So yeah, pause clipping. It's exactly what it sounds like. You just pause while you're diving or walking towards something, and you'll just go through it. Pausing essentially lags the game, and I don't know, maybe advances it by a frame or something. I'm not exactly sure what's happening when you pause a game. Very mystical, magical things are happening.
And then all that diving that you're seeing is you gotta punch and jump at the same time. So you gotta hit B and R simultaneously. In the swamp, they added another button. So you gotta hit Z, B, and R, Z, B, and R simultaneously.
Thanks for, us Canadians appreciate
I know.
the Z.
Gotta hit 3 buttons simultaneously. So if you ever see an accidental punch or jump, it's just not hitting 2 buttons simultaneously.
You would not
nonstop.
believe how simultaneous they need to be.
You would not.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be able to do this in the swamp at all, but for whatever reason, when you press Z to like recenter the camera is what it's normally supposed to be doing. Hey, you're gonna hear that a lot. Everyone's very friendly.
The first of many hays.
in ancient Greece.
We got some haze for you here in the donations. If
Ooh,
you're
I would love to see what people are saying hey.
We have $164 from Ultra Mentality,
Whoa.
who says, "Hey, Giga, may the spirit of Salmonius bless this run." I don't know if that's right.
It's
Me,
definitely right.
Abscond,
That's
and
close.
Shadow are all cheering for you, and I'm sure we won't be disappointed.
Thank you so much, Alta.
No one knows that meme from the show.
But really? Really?
Nobody here.
You know who's disappointed now? It's me.
No diehard fans of the Hercules show.
6 seasons. And then a better show after it called Xena.
Yep.
All right,
you
all right,
go.
there it is.
You know.
We also
They
have
know.
$50 from Yarts, who says, "Hey, congrats on getting this really, really good video game into SGDQ, Giga. Super proud of you. Spock, Tapioca, and Shoehorse are cool too, I guess.
Yeah.
Love you all."
Hey.
Hey, yeah, thanks. So we have just collected. So we're doing the first of our legendary journeys, our however many labors there are in this video game. It's a lot of fetch questing. We're in the first town of Trachis, aka the second episode of the TV show. We've been told that we need to find someone's cookbook, which is right here. Hercules didn't know these people could read, which is a little rude.
A little rude.
A little rude. We picked up a letter that someone wants us to deliver to a place called Alpsius. Seems a little far.
None of
then
that
we-
in the first episode,
Seems
by
like
the
a fun
way.
place.
Seems like a great
Foreshadowing.
place. And we've spent 100 dinars, and I'm not going that way.
Yeah, go through that fence.
Yeah, go through that fence. Now you're giving it away. We are going to do another pause clip. This will save us a little swim. We're going to equip the chest key. We're going to actually pause clip. And then there's a teddy bear in here. That's actually what the guard was asking us to find. And yeah, you might think
No pause needed.
no pause needed because I just went around. But yeah, no pause needed.
New trick.
It's a good trick. Yeah, so you think maybe, why didn't you just get that teddy bear without talking to this guy earlier, which we did. Hercules does not know he needs a teddy bear until someone tells him he needs a teddy bear. He's just going to leave that teddy bear. I don't know about you, I'd take the teddy bear anyways. I've played enough video games.
I love how every time you've left a building, you've had a different camera angle.
This is fine. I'm
Oh my
entering the
gosh.
fort from
Overhead.
inside of the fort. I promise I wasn't actually trying to do that. So here's the Cyclops. He's kind of, causing a lot of problems in the town. He blocked up the river. We're gonna punch him a bunch. This is one of the few bosses we fight basically the normal way. He gets knocked down every once in a while. He's not vulnerable during that period. He's gonna do... Woo!
Oh my God, we
I
just
agree.
flew by 799,000.
Oh, let's go.
I was all set to ask the crowd to count down the hundreds, but we skipped a few.
You know what? The crowd's got it for us. They've got their eye on the ball, much like this guy.
There was single eye.
A
Yes.
single cyclopular.
Whoa.
Cyclopsic.
Cyclops.
Forget new tech. We've got new words.
All right, so, and then he's got the shockwave attack, which would normally knock us down, but we can just block it. Hercules has he's got really good block game.
He's a demigod.
Just does a little bit of chip damage. I'm gonna try not to let him fall on me though, because it does damage every single time you take contact, and he hits you a lot while he's falling down. Anyway, he's our friend now. We've convinced him to see reason. He unblocks the river. Then he gets washed away by the river because one giant Cyclops model in the town, as well as the rest of the town, is just going to be too much. So hey, the water's back. That's great. We could pick up some wheat. We are not going to. We don't need the grain. We are going to go say hi to our buddy Aeolus. He's over here. He's been over here for a while, doing nothing. But now that the water is back, these vines that you're about to see are grown, and Aeolus is the only one who can climb vines. Hercules just can't do it.
Those vines look so intricate.
That's why he needs to be told how to climb ladders, but no one told him how to climb vines. So he just can't do it. So that's Aeolus' superpower.
And he can do
Look at
it
him go.
while holding a staff.
Yeah.
Can you ladder jump there, or does that not work on vines?
You can. It seems. I think you can. I feel like it works differently, or maybe I'm just bad. I'm a fraud. Hey. And that's a really long climb, so I don't want to mess up the ladder jump or the vine jump.
That's fair.
It's a different trick. It's a vine. I really hope that's audible in the crowd. Can I get a hey if you can hear these guys? All right. It's working.
Speaking of tech and tricks, I got a technically minded donation here for you. It's an anonymous donor who sends in $25, and they say, I'm a big fan of this salmon swimming upstream movement tech. Also, it seems like not animating the hair would double the frame rate.
Yes, exactly.
Hair gel percent?
It's all about the hair. I mean, trust me.
Hair animations in this game, they put a lot of work into.
Eolus doesn't have hair, and well, he has hair. It's not moving, and I don't think the frame rate's any better for it, honestly.
True.
There's a key in here somewhere. There it is.
I almost didn't see it.
Completely invisible item that you just have to pick up randomly in the middle of the Blake.
Yep. We are going to skip all the fetch quests in here, in this town that Eolus would normally be doing. The camera's doing some funky stuff, aka this is a Nintendo 64 game. This skips most of what we're supposed to do in this town, just clipping through that. And we've collected this gem of Dispel from the chest, and we're going to go save the mayor. He's in here, just in this purple, weird magenta orb.
It's an aura.
It's an aura. He's aura farming.
We took his aura.
His aura is gone, but he's happy about it. We're going to buy a medallion, and then we are going to walk back. This is nothing we haven't seen before. We're just going backwards, so we've got time for a few donations.
Amazing, because it happened again. I looked away for a second, and when I looked back, we're $15 away from 800,000.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
We've got Pocket Nab with $500. We also have $50. That's 800K, baby! Y'all are absolutely incredible. We got $50 from Hercules who says, Hercules, Hercules, Hercules,
The man himself.
He is. Still in 2025.
We got $100 from Ty Friday. Shout out to Tapioca and Giga.
Ty Friday on Friday? You up?
$50 from Brian R. who says, go Giga, go. Congratulations on your first run at GDQ. We're all cheering for you back home in Toronto. Extendo fam.
Extendo fam. Yeah, thanks, Dad. No, genuinely, thanks, Dad. That sounded bad.
We love you.
It's very difficult to thank one's parents
I'm
without
busy
sounding a little
going
bit
through a
petulant.
house right now. So that has allowed us to collect the key. We've got new content coming, everybody. New content. We need to equip the key before we can do this. We got another chance for a ladder jump here.
And there it is.
We've got to press a bunch of switches in a very particular order that they will not tell us at all, except just by we can't press the right one until we're pressing it. Here's another opportunity for some double jumps. Like I said before, we do these off of text boxes, so any text box, including Hercules saying, hey, look, a switch, we can just do it. And thankfully, he still continues to acknowledge the presence of a switch every time, even if he's already pressed it. We're not supposed to be up here, as you might have guessed. This guy is, though. So we're going to jump down here, press this one. Just a quicker way to get here. You're supposed to jump over this very, that's
hardest jump in the game.
The hardest jump in the video game. It's
so bad.
The absolute apex of how far Hercules can jump without a pause jump being involved, which I just... sometimes you get this one. It's a little weird. It doesn't matter that much. This is a harder double jump.
Used to be the hardest trick in the game.
Might still be.
Could be. Depends on the day.
Yeah. Oop. There we go.
Nice.
So yeah, cool. Little slippery slope there. Another thing, the diving, the fastest way to move in the game for Hercules, but also every time I'm diving down from a high place, It's saving me about half a second. Normally, if you fall down a far enough distance, Hercules is going to go, ooh, and then stop for like half a second. I walked right past this guy. I need to buy your medallion, the medallion of Artemis. And then we're here in this ruined town, completely abandoned. Probably too big to have all these people in it and also frames. So, but we're just here for a shopping trip. This guy is selling us some stuff he looted from town. We're going to reward him for his bad deeds. And then we are going to go back to town. So I'd say we have time for 2 donations.
We just passed $3,000 on that horse cosplay incentive. Keep it going, y'all. We got $50 from Skylar, who says, hey, chat, let's quit horsing around and get that horse cosplay incentive met. Chat, Skylar's calling you out. That's a challenge.
You can go ahead and do one more.
Heck yeah, we got $20 from Safe Sea, who says, shout out to all the oyster shuckers and curl girls out there. The masses demand to know, could Hercules be good?
No.
No.
Ooh, asked and answered. I love that.
But it does get a lot better in the speed run, at least.
You gonna save?
You're right. So, funny story. Sometimes entering this room that we're about to enter, not this one, thankfully.
That would be weird.
It would be a disaster if entering the save room would crash your game. Sometimes entering this tailor's house will just crash the game. You'll get a lovely little splash screen saying exactly where in the code this error occurred. Hopefully it doesn't happen, but just in case, we've got our save. I'm gonna equip this. I wait to equip this while until I'm in the building because I think the menu lags less. Games just like that. So now we've got a small coat. It's too small for Hercules, but I think we know someone who could wear it. So we're just gonna head back there. Again, we will equip the key as we're clipping through this building.
The key to the city of Thrace.
The key to this, it's the key to Thrace. However, it's actually the key to leave Trachis to get to the road to Thrace. Now that we've hit the switches, we can do this pause jump here.
Very nice.
Perfect.
That one's a little tight. Essentially, if you just jump, I don't think we really explained it, but if you jump and then at the very apex of your jump, before you're touching, if you're touching a wall, you want to be like a little bit away from whatever you're trying to jump onto. And you pause, you will get just a little more height, clip onto something just a little outside of your normal jump range. We used that a few times. Definitely helps with turning this normally one-way shortcut into a two-way shortcut, letting us see more secrets behind the waterfall. Anyway, back to Aeolus. He's got the small coat, which is gonna let him go to Alpsius. Hercules may be too big for this coat, but luckily Aeolus is a short king. We love our short kings.
It's easy for you to say. You're like 6'3" or something.
No, man.
Yeah, well, that's why I love my short kings.
I still love Aeolus's run. It's so good.
It's a great
Yeah,
job.
he walks with the gentle, measured pace of someone about half as fast as he actually is. Hey. You might notice that this nice, warm and snuggly winter coat, as Aeolus calls it, is covering absolutely no more than he was previously wearing. But if it makes him feel better...
It's all about keeping the core warm,
It's confidence.
I don't think his core is... We'll wait until we have a better view, but I don't think his core is any warmer either.
He can't hide those guns.
That's true.
They're keeping his arms
They were
warm.
never shy to hide the guns. So we have watched, well, most of us in the back here have watched the TV show. We finished this game and we thought we just need to know what made this. So then we went and we watched Hercules: The Legendary Journeys and Xena Warrior Princess. Xena, a much better time, but they're both pretty fun, honestly.
They're fun. Xena's a good show. Hercules is fun.
That's an accurate summation. Aeolus needs to run a little bit over here to go hit this switch, which opens up the door to Alpsius. We will be coming back here as Hercules. He's got some... We were supposed to be told by Aphrodite and Nespa, that nighttime town Aeolus was in, that we were supposed to come here. But we didn't need to know that, thankfully. Aeolus is just here for a shopping trip. No one in this town speaks to anyone but the gods. Turns out if you get one god in your neighborhood, suddenly you're too good for anyone else. This guy who's got something to sell us is, of course, ready to talk to us because capitalism never dies.
Get the second animal skin, which is why we call this segment the hide and seek.
Is that the one?
Is that the one you've been
Run it on us, man.
Nope. Thought of that one just now. We got 3 more. Let's go.
All right, we got a bit of a walk, so save us from Shoehorse's puns and read some donations. And I realize I'm opening myself up to more puns.
We've got, I think this is a pun, I'm genuinely not sure. $20 from Joel J, who says, does playing this game take a Herculean effort and cause the runner to become a Sorbro? Like Sorbo. Okay, I had to say it out loud.
Oops.
Joel, you got the slow clap. That's an honor. $30 from Tyne, who says, in awe of all the runners this year, they've been amazing. Trans rights and happy running.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
All right, so now that we've done with that, we can switch back to Hercules. We've collected a bit of a larger steer skin for him. He's gonna go make his own coat. And you know, okay. Hercules, his dive has a lock-on feature. Feature, quotation marks.
Feature.
It's not much of a feature. He locks onto, first of all, he locks onto everything, regardless of whether or not he's gonna be able to reach it. Oops, sorry.
The dog is so loud.
It's so loud. We've been in the practice room. I've been mostly in the big practice room. So my volume hasn't been on that high compared to everything else that's going on in there. And the one thing you can always hear is those poor dogs.
Those high frequencies.
But yeah, you've got time. We're just gonna make another coat. We're gonna do a quick little safety save just in case. You got time for 2 more donations?
You got it. Jarfish donates $10. And they say, back in the 90s, I was in a very famous TV show. Donating to horse cosplay because everyone loves horsing around. And we are moving upwards. We're 40% of the way there. Over $3,000 out of that $7,500 needed for the horse cosplay. We also have a familiar name in here. We got $100 from Retroverse for all the catnaps. Thank you so much, everyone. Pick up Cat Lateral in the GDQ Humble Bundle. And that is a great reminder that right now over at Humble Bundle, they've got a Summer Games Done Quick 2025 bundle with a ton of the incredible games you've seen this week. And every single Humble Bundle purchased benefits Doctors Without Borders. Yeah, heck yeah.
All right, we're doing this pause jump again, but we have one slightly different thing. We're gonna equip this letter because it's finally time to go deliver it.
Frames. Perfect.
And that's all. Back to donation.
Oh gosh, we have $20 from Carrie G. No message, but thank you so much. I do want to shout out that donation was sent in through our brand new Twitch extension made just for us this week, meaning you can donate to Doctors Without Borders right from the Twitch page. You don't ever have to click away from this incredible run of this very, very good game. If you click that donate to charity button, you'll be given the option to either subscribe, which you can definitely do to support GDQ year-round, or donate to Doctors Without Borders. We've already raised more than $46,000 through that extension. Thank you so much.
I'm not sure if anyone caught that on screen. Thank you very much also. But Hercules just said it's colder than New Yorkers out there. I'm not sure if, does New Yorkers have a reputation for being cold?
I mean, in the winter, yeah.
Upstate.
See, I'm from Toronto. This
I'm
means
from
nothing
Brooklyn.
to
It gets
me.
cold.
Albanus.
But I can tell you I was in Pittsburgh about a year ago, and that was pretty cold.
Ooh, it was so cold.
Yeah, so we've made our way back to Alpsius. Hercules has finally made it up here. He's going to go and deliver this very important letter. And hit a tree. Some very important news. This guy's cousin sent him a letter. He's holding on to the torch of Prometheus, by the way. I don't know why he has that. But good news, his cousin's dog had 7 puppies.
You got another NPC to talk to.
I do, yeah. He's pretty important. Let's go ahead and say hi to this guy, Brisk Weather. We have not talked to Hephaestus yet. This guy, what are you waiting for? Pick it up. I was hoping for a more reasonable time frame for such a monumental task. Now, Hercules, we both know that is impossible. Now, I don't think talking to Hephaestus is really that much of a monumental task, but maybe they're talking about something else. I don't know. We might learn more about that in the future.
What could they have meant by this?
What do they mean by this? Okay, now we are running back down Alpsius, so how about we get a couple more donations in real quick?
You got it. Gabrielle donates $25. Gabrielle says, the best part of the show was Xena. Hercules always had me disappointed.
That's what Gabrielle would say.
And she's right to say it. We've got $25 from Jerky, who says, Hercules, look for bonuses in the trees.
I
Really?
think that might be the wrong Hercules.
You know, Giga, you've been in this hub town now, not once, not twice, but thrice.
That's fair.
Ugh.
No, that's fair.
Decent.
Thank you.
Jesus. That's the best it's going to get from Tapioca. All right. We're going to equip the Torch of Prometheus because, while we clip through that wall, because what it actually lets us do is get into the Labyrinth of Gigantus, which for some reason they imprisoned a Minotaur in this town, I guess. These dungeons... Ooh. I knocked over like 3 skeletons.
Horrible noise.
No, it's great. If you've experienced these skeletons, you'd love to hear that noise because that means they're the ones getting beat up and not you.
They're relentless.
These dungeons are a huge pain normally. You're supposed to, all these walls I've been walking, whoa, they might still be a huge pain if that guy hits me. Normally you're supposed to punch these down, which takes like 3 super punches. And because you have to spend time doing that, you probably have to deal with the skeletons. You've got limited health. There's no checkpoints. And you get to listen to the lovely teeth chattering noise the whole time.
And then this boss is genuinely just impossible to beat casually. You gotta whittle down his health.
Yeah, it takes forever to kill this guy.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, well.
Hello there.
Hi.
He'll stop, I think.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
However, normally you're supposed to
was rough.
whittle down his health and then throw him into the lava while he's stunned. Turns out, if he just touches lava, there he goes. Other bosses we'll see later will work that exact same way. Thank goodness, because you would not want to be fighting them normally.
They only get worse.
They only get worse.
Right. And then with the no checkpoints, after you make it to the Minotaur and then die, you gotta start the whole dungeon over again. No puns in that one.
Yeah. It's colder than New Yorkers out there. Yeah, we're going to Alpsius again. We're going to see this place a few more times. So I hope you're ready to watch this for a while. But you know what? I could do with a different soundscape, so let's hear some donations.
You got it. We've got $10 from Radical Edward, who says, great team, great cause. Thank you for all the hard work. A shining example of what goodwill can produce for the benefit of all. Truly inspiring. Thank you so much, Edward. And to Edward and everyone else out there donating, I do want to remind you, we still do have those 2 bid wars open for Pocket Bite Racer and Rubber Bandits. Subservient Chicken has been sitting pretty in first place for a while, but the King or Whopper Jr. could take that crown back at any moment. The choice is literally yours, chat.
I need to know more about Subservient Chicken.
Indeed.
I'm dying to, about honestly all 3 of them.
So this is Hephaestus. He's telling us about the Minotaurs in general. Believe it or not, he says 3 escaped. That seems like a lot to me, but what do I know? Anyway, we've got the heart of the last Minotaur we just fought. We didn't really need to talk to him before this. A rare instance of Hercules not needing to know something in advance to be able to do it. So we had to talk to him twice in a row. Now we've got to go climb up this weird staircase. Because there's something important at the top of Mount Alpsius. Or as...
Is that what it... I didn't
Spock,
know-
you got a
yes.
name for this thing?
Are you talking about Mount Donacious?
Mount Donacious?
You may see it again, and it may be a
might-
great time to read donations.
Yeah, but first we've got a couple more things to do. This guy needs to see the Rune of Asterius, the key to the next dungeon, but he's got the key to the portal, the mysterious portal. This door right here. And this is going to take us back to past those vines we just could not climb. So let's do something a little bit less complicated than those intricate vines. Hey. And we will take this magic portal over here instead. That seems easier. But yeah, all of this has been just to get Hercules to a place Aeolus was already able to get to, because the second dungeon is over here. This dungeon is a little bit bigger than the first one. The boss is a little bit meaner. I'm just gonna grab some health here because it's on the way. Why not?
Why did it snort?
The sound of him eating the bread.
It's beer.
No, that was beer.
This is beer.
Oh, is that beer? Okay.
Or maybe it's root beer. I don't know. What's the rating on this game? I can't see because it's plugged into my Nintendo 64.
Rated B for beer.
Important note, the ranking of health items. First is apples, not that healthy. Second is beer. After that is bread. That makes sense, I guess. And then meat. Meat is the healthiest food of all. If you ask Hercules, anyway.
I think he would agree.
He probably would agree. Oop. So there's a lot more pause clipping to do in this dungeon. Everything is thankfully very nicely labeled. There's a bunch of different doors, labeled 1 through 6. Each chest contains a key, which contains another key to another chest, and so on and so forth. We are going to be doing a lot of pause clipping. We are going to equip each new key we get. And yeah, I mean, we'll just... okay.
nice.
Pauseless.
Well, I just wanted to go fast.
Yeah,
I didn't want to go fast in that direction. No. Yeah, fun little thing. You don't need to pause to clip all the time. This dungeon lags so much because of all the skeletons and the skeleton dogs. You might just go through these things without pausing at all. It's not 100% reliable. This is a very vibes-based dungeon. You can't see the second thing in a row you're about to clip through, so you just have to go based on your pace. Do you think you hit a skeleton? Whatever. Oop. These dogs are actually really mean.
I think
so
one
they
of them
deserve
dropped a
this.
dinar.
Yeah.
They do. Yeah, they dropped some dinars. I'm gonna try not to pick those up. I'm just used to having 0 dinars. It'll be useful for a visual reference later in the run.
Does that mean that these dogs are the ones that we were bribing in the airport earlier?
Oh.
A crossover.
Maybe they're the reverse bribe dogs. They are giving us money.
It's true.
Can I
Hercules
read
is in a really weird position on this pause button.
Can I read a quick celebrity donation?
Ooh, a celebrity.
We have $5 from the letter H,
I love that.
who says, and I quote, H.
H. In the practice room earlier today, this game crashed on one of the transitions, and we were
say
left
that.
with just a level H.
It's fine.
The letter H
won't
is
happen
just
again.
that
It was
powerful.
cartridge till.
I really thought I was going to clip through that without pausing, honestly.
Half of
I
his
felt
body
the
did.
slowness.
Oh,
I'm
no,
getting
what's
beaten
going
up
on?
by skeletons. It's fine. I can probably... No? Okay.
This dungeon is pretty much where everyone eventually learns. When they're playing the game the first time, this is when people decide, I should just learn how to
Pauseless.
pause clip.
Pauseless.
Because fighting all of these skeletons is completely miserable. Each
It's
one takes
so bad.
forever to
They're
kill.
horrible. They will surround you and stun lock you.
They will, and they have no mercy, and they're pretty tanky too. Whoop. Okay. Sometimes you get too close to the door, so you just have to. Woo.
There it is.
But we got the last key.
So many pauseless.
We got the last key. It's a huge key.
Heading
All
off
of this has led to the bigger key,
towards the Minotaur now.
the Minotaur. Big look at Mr. Ugly. I think he looks fine. The objective of this is pretty much the same thing. We're just going to do it a slightly different way. We're going to hit that gong to open up this pit, and then we're just going
The
to...
Minotaur's over there.
Yeah, well...
You're running the wrong way.
Yeah. It's
Oh.
fine. It's fine. He's
Oh,
gone.
never mind.
Turns out, if you just open up the lava and you just get away from him, he's going to decide it's a great time for a quick dip. And he's going to have himself a nice little bath. I don't know why that happens. I guess he just starts moving faster if you're farther away from him. So you get him stuck there, and he'll just, eventually go. So we're back here again on the Ruins Road or whatever this is. Unfortunately, this magical portal does not go both ways, so we have a really long trek back ahead of us. We're going to see a couple H's. We're going to say hey to a couple guys.
Hey.
But most importantly, we're going to hear a few more donations.
Heck yeah. Muck1000 donates $200. And they say, greetings from back couches. Congrats to Giga and the entire N64 Mania crew on taking Hercules to the stage.
Thanks, Muck.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you.
We also have a $25 donation from Naftapunk, who says, I get all my game recommendations from GDQ's silly and awful game blocks.
Really?
This will keep me occupied until January. Love you folks to bits. Peace.
Peace.
Peace. It probably
Thanks,
will keep you
Naftapunk.
occupied until January.
There's a lot of games in this block. We also have $25 from Elizabeth Freed. Says, hey, Hercules, keep running, Mom.
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom.
We're still running back.
gosh.
We still got more H's to see. Keep going.
Zalvo donates $50 with no comment. Thank you so much. Just a reminder to everyone watching out there, you don't need to leave a comment. You don't need to leave your name. All you got to do is head to gdq.gg/donate.
That should be fine. Nope, I'm inside. Okay.
We're also creeping up on that halfway mark on that horse cosplay incentive.
This pause jump is a little finicky. Sometimes you're just
Are we
inside
sure this platform exists?
Sometimes you gotta wonder.
It's got a tenuous grasp on reality, much like me at 4 a.m.
That's why this is the hardest trick in the game now.
It is the hardest trick in the game.
For the record, I'm pretty sure this is the jump that made me quit, actually.
It's the jump that made me realize I can't speedrun this.
Sometimes it's a jump that makes me think I can't speedrun this.
Well, you can. There's proof for you.
I think that's nope.
That was a nope.
He'll get there eventually.
You got
He
it.
always does.
I think that's it. No. If I keep saying it, eventually it will be it.
You have to be
I
right
have a method.
eventually.
Yo, Fred, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I think that is the last time we have to do that particular pause jump. It just needed to give me a little bit of trouble. Oops, sorry. I try not to hit. So Hercules has the lock on. As you just see, he just locked on to that last dog in the pack. The dive without the lock on hit a dog just fine. The time he tried to actually hit a dog, swing and a miss. It is a non-feature. He will lunge at barrels and friendly NPCs too. He'd hit more people.
Yo, it's colder than
Colder
New
than
York.
New York,
is
that's
New York.
Can I
He'd hit
toss
more
a very,
people if he didn't try.
Can I toss a very important donation your way?
Absolutely.
$50 from Double Evil who says, hey.
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 And I just want to say we are about $300 away from the halfway mark on that horse cosplay incentive. And we're coming up on the 50-minute mark. Chat, at 50 minutes, can we see a $5 hey donation train? All you gotta do is send in
I would love to
$5
see
with
that.
hey. I will read as many of them as they let me.
And you still have time. If they get started right now, they could be hearing the hay in just about a minute.
That's true. And with the power of the hay, we're gonna get that
H.
horse cosplay.
H.
Maybe the H is for hay.
The H is for horse right now.
H is so powerful. It's for so
That's
many
why
things.
hay is for horses. Take that, shoehorse.
Are they all just Adas, actually?
It has to be 5 in the morning because that literally shook me.
Firing back.
All right, we're running back down. How about we get a couple more?
Sure thing. $100 from Trev HD, who says the world needs a lot more aid these days. Let's go MSF and GDQ. Woo! Woo indeed. $25 from Jacob Flores, who says, every year like clockwork, our family watches SGDQ to make memories, watch runs, and take in the memes. Love every one of you, and I give gladly to a worthy cause. Thank you. Jacob, thank you.
Hey.
Hey. We have $100 from I Like Cake, who says, gonna miss the rest of the event, but I look forward to watching the VODs back later. Hype?
Hype.
Well, I Like Cake, I hope when you're watching the VODs later, you hear me. Thank you so much for that donation.
Giga, you were just like staring at the wall at that one. That camera angle, you left Alpheus there.
Yeah, going through loading zones, sometimes the camera does whatever it wants. So we're on our way to Santa Manicus right now.
Best road.
We're gonna do a quick little jump up here so we can save ourselves the trouble of jumping over these precarious pits.
And you don't even have to do like a trick to get up here. You literally just jumped up.
No,
It's just not high enough.
Yeah, you just jump in the right spot, little corner, and you'll get right up here. This might look dangerous, but you actually just can't go into the void there. It's totally fine. It's also getting my way right now. We've been able to come here since we got to Thrace, actually. This game has the illusion of being very open, despite being the most linear thing in existence. So we've reached Santa Manicus, best town in the game.
Easy.
Giga, can I very quickly, I got a drama donation here for you.
Okay.
Seems spicy.
Oh.
I wanna hear it.
$5 from that dog you dive punched.
Oh.
Oh,
Who
no.
says, what the heck, man?
Forgive me. He knows not what he does.
My favorite
Hercules.
donation of the night.
So that fisherwoman just told us she needs a fishing net. We're gonna do a little pause jump up here. We're gonna go buy some bait. We haven't been told we need this yet, but we do know we need it. We're gonna go talk to someone who might help us explain why every woman in this town so far has looked exactly the same as every other person ever. So yeah, the entire population of this town looks the same.
We're all sisters, Hercules. Father decided not to name us, as he's very forgetful.
All right, I need a little bit more context. So none of you have any names?
He had very little memory left.
What do you mean had?
Father passed away quite some time ago.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. He simply ran out of time. He was released from the hospital way before he should have. The whole process was incredibly rushed.
Truly, what could they mean by this?
What does they mean by this? Yeah, if you've been wondering this whole time, you know, did they know?
Is this game finished?
They know. They knew what they made. They, you know, making games is hard, y'all. Sounds like they were under a tight deadline, but someone got some dialogue into the game. I don't know when I noticed this. I didn't notice this person until like the second time playing through the game. I'm just gonna grab, and I was like amazed when I finally read that. I'm gonna grab a little bit of health. We're pretty healthy. In a normal speedrun, I'd probably be totally fine with what I had. But hey, you know, a little extra food and drink never hurt.
This is not a normal speed run.
This is not a normal speed run, and it cannot be trusted. I need to equip the fishing net, because we actually do need to turn that in first. We haven't been told we need bait. She's going to give us 50 dinars for bait, thus giving us the rest of the money we need for the speed run. The only person who's willing to just, you know, help us, give us some money. She's given us an oyster, fair trade.
It's a fair trade oyster.
But, yep.
We've passed that 50% mark for that horse cosplay incentive. Y'all are killing it out there.
So we got this oyster. This lady shucks oysters.
That's just wonderful.
So here's our oyster. And yes, she did say no problemo, Big Daddy. People just talk like that in this video game. If you think that's not in tone, if you've watched the TV show, you'd know that is absolutely the tone of the TV show. Speaking of the TV show, here's Morrigan. She's from the TV show and Ireland. She's here for some reason. I don't know why she became a pirate or whatever. But we gave her a pearl. She locked up the Minotaur. We need the key to get to the Minotaur. So we trade her a pearl for the secondary key. The only key in this game that's not just named like treasure chest key or whatever.
Saving? Saving?
Yeah, saving. Saving. We love to save. Lots of things could happen here. It's a little bit of a treacherous dungeon. I did not save. I know that. I'm just going to properly save.
We are just about at that 50-minute mark. So I hope everyone out there is ready with those $5 Hey donations.
Yeah. You have your orders. So now we've done that, we're just I can pause clip right back up here. Nice quick safety save if I get this. There it is.
Nice.
And we're gonna enter the dungeon. So we equip the rune. We got Hephaestus last time. And we're gonna do the dungeon. So we'll hear those $5 Hey trains after this. This is the most dungeon-like dungeon we've gotten so far. There's actually quite a few traps. I'm gonna pause clip through these sort of mashers. If I wanted to go fast, I might just damage boost through them or hope that they don't hit me. But we're gonna play it safe and do some extra pauses. This like set of 3, you just have to, I just go and I think I'm close, I'll pause. And but we have a health opportunity in this dungeon. So we'll be able to recover. Now that I've been hit, I'm just gonna run through these.
And then the hardest thing in the game, truly, genuinely, is coming up.
It's truly, genuinely. This
It's
is
not
why
gonna
we
look like
safety
it.
saved, because of this. Whoa. It doesn't. Thank you. It wasn't safe, but now it's safe. It doesn't look like much of a jump, but sometimes Hercules will just teleport downwards. I do not understand it. I will never understand it, but
Everyone-
I feel
Hercules
it.
downwarp $1,000 bounty.
Yeah,
Every one of us who has played this game has died in that pit.
and some other pits. So okay, great. I can see the spike wall, so I'm just gonna follow it over here. It doesn't kill you, but it does do a ton of damage. These do kill you. Well, the top ones do. The bottom crushers, the game doesn't detect if you've been crushed or not. It just says top crusher kills you. So if you jump into it, regardless of what's happening, you die. We've got a couple of loaves of bread.
Barrel bread.
Gonna grab these. That'll keep us healthy for the rest of the run later. You can pause clip through the bottom one just fine.
It makes me so nervous every time.
It's fine. I'll do that again so I can equip this chest key, which is this one. Yeah, it looks really weird when you do that also, but it's totally safe, I promise.
No skeletons in this dungeon. That's
Yeah.
pretty awesome, right?
It is pretty awesome.
As a spike wall goes by.
Just other dangerous things. Anyway, here's a chest. I did say those spike balls do a lot of damage. However, Hercules blocks everything. So
Good
this
foreshadowing.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like I planned it, except I didn't. All these keys fit specific locks. And then this one has a huge key, huge lock. The bigger the key, the harder the
The bluer the
I'm
lock.
not finishing that.
That's the Zelda rule, right? Big key.
That's true. Hey, look, skeletons. These switches I don't think need to be pressed in a specific order.
But they do need keys in order to be active.
How about a quick donation? We're just pressing switches.
We might have a little celebrity beef in the donations. We got
not
$5 from the letter E, who says, "Hey."
Hey,
Hey. Look, I love the letter E. I'm Canadian, you know this.
We also have $10 from Winnie, who says, "These people need to stop locking minotaurs under their towns."
Speaking of which,
True.
fantastic segue.
Hey.
Same deal. This one needs to touch lava.
This is my favorite boss.
This is the best one, maybe. He's got a bit of a zombie thing going on for some reason. We're just gonna punch this, then we're gonna walk over here, and then we're gonna do this. Hide. Actually, just kidding, we're blocking the lava. And that lava instant kills you, and it instant kills him, but it does not instant kill blocking Hercules.
Legendary.
You know, Giga, I just figured out why each dungeon has a Minotaur as a boss.
Why is that? I'm gonna go save.
It's because you killed each one in a Minotaur less.
That's also fair.
I kind of like it.
It's fine.
I thought it was because it was such an amazing boss.
Very true.
I like that
No,
one less.
you're right. The crowd is right.
All right, we are headed back. Not much to say here. We actually do have to pause jump. This isn't a free jump up to the cliff like the last one, but just a little pause jump. And then we run back. You can continue with donations.
Okay, I'm very excited for this. We have an anonymous donation of $25. Shout out to Hercules, my favorite N64 game along Rush 2. Good luck on the run. Also, hey.
Hey.
$5 from Perry Dodo. Hey.
Good taste.
Hey.
$5 from DJ Kuros. Hey.
Hey.
$25 from Evan. Hey.
Hey.
$10 from King of Zeal. Hey.
Hey.
$5 from Sparrow. Hey.
Hey.
$10 from Xanos. Hey.
Hey.
An anonymous donation of $15 of hey.
Hey.
Extra Y's on that one. $5 from PT. Hey.
Hey.
$5 from an anonymous donor. Hey. Have you remembered to stay
Hey.
hydrated today? $10 from Moogle Mage, giving the horse incentives some hey.
Hey.
$5 from Trudley. Hey. $5 from Navi. Hey.
Hey. That works.
I loved it.
I love being here. I love this event so much.
I don't need to go through that door ever again because that's the wrong door. Hey, we're approaching. Hey.
Hey.
I can't even say normal
No,
words anymore.
you're gonna get addicted to the hay.
A regular hey. It's colder than New York is out here.
Oh, wow.
We do also have $100 from Americas who says, Ocarina of Time has never looked so good. Hey.
Hey.
This game really wants to be Ocarina.
It's so
of Time.
bad.
All right,
Alt.
you know, these guys are the only ones who aren't very nice. They're mean and they say things like halt and stop you.
Stop you.
Take
You didn't have to hit him.
All right, we are at Mount Donatia, so I can hear a couple more. Oop.
You got it. We
Oh.
got $5 from Rain who says, this is a run for the H's. Less than 3.
Oh, that was good.
We have $600 from Cheesecakey. Hello, SGDQ. Millionth time watching, third time donating. Great cause, great runs. Keep up the good work. Cheesecakey, your donations are what is letting us keep up the good work. Thank you so much. We have $50 from Droth the Destroyer who says, Father had very little memory left. Just like the N64 trying to run this game. We have $5 from Henri who says H is for History Channel.
That's
Am I seeing
so
this
true.
right? The
Yes.
font
Same
symbol.
font.
We didn't want to say it.
We've been saying this for years.
We've got $7 from Piper. Good luck on the run, Giga. It's been fun playing various N64 games with you and all the N64 Mania crew over the years. I'm still glad I skipped playing this game and just watched it now. Hey.
Hey, Piper. Thanks a
Piper.
lot, dude. All right, now that we're done with that, we are going to head back to Santa Monica. So, well, back down the road to Santa Monicas. We're going to go meet a friend there. I think it's a friend that's pretty on theme with with the theme of tonight.
Oh, yes.
You could say. So, same Theo, we'll pause clip up here. Well, no pause, just
No
clip.
pause.
Only jump.
Only.
There it is. I'm just afraid to, like, normally I'd dive here, but there's some, like, really slippery slopes here. And they will send you right into the pit because for some reason they decided to be really mean even in places you're not supposed to be able to get to. Hey. So we're coming into this cave. We're going to say hey to our friend Serena, the Golden Hind. She's going to tell us how to shoot arrows. Hercules needs to know this. I heard Horse Girl game was really popular. Is this what people were talking about?
Good jumps.
Yeah, she's got the grace of a deer, which is probably closer to what she is than a horse. But horses are on theme for tonight. By the way, keep donating for that horse cosplay.
I love that the sound of her galloping is about 3 times as fast as the animation of her
You gotta watch out for
galloping.
these. Oh my god!
Oh no!
They have not been doing that to me. They know. They've watched. That's the first time they've been like that. I don't
They were
know.
rude, and then they just left.
They just left. All right, this is the Titan Nemesign. We are fighting her in a bit of a weird way. Oop. I have to play. If you've ever played that like Mario Party minigame, Castaways. Oop. I've got to get out of the way of this. This is pretty similar with the same like level of crazy sensitivity on the control stick. We're trying to aim for that like power gauge that's there. Titan Nemesign, she's got 3 different attacks, 2 fire thingies. Oop.
There you go.
There we go. And the meatball, and we would love to see the meatball. Please serve us some spicy meatballs. Oh my gosh. Like just totally RNG. There's nothing. Okay, there it is. Big meatball. She gets stunned every single time we hit these like JPEGs of the ocean.
High quality JPEGs, highest quality textures in this game.
Like SeaWorld
That gives us a
looking
little bit of
textures.
time to set up for the next target. We have to shoot these all in order. Sometimes we would be able to. Normally she can aim in first person. She can't do it here for whatever reason. That would be too easy.
That's why.
I'm hoping that arrow hits. It did. Okay. I think that should be good. One more. One more. We'll get stunned. And we can't actually hit the next target yet. We have to wait for the bar to appear. There we go. A meatball, thank you. Oop. Jeez. Yeah, this thing isn't crazy sensitive.
Yo,
this
nice.
entire gauge takes up like 10% of the range of the Nintendo 64 stick. I don't know why they made this like this.
Well, you can say that about a lot of things.
Yeah, including the Nintendo 64 control stick. We love controllers that grind themselves into dust as we use them. Speedrunners know. People who have played Mario Party ever in their life know. I'm getting a lot of fire
Let's get
here.
some more
This is
meatballs
actually
here.
not the best RNG. I think I landed that. Ooh.
Damn, nice shot.
That was good.
So the gauge is your guide, but also if you like adjust your angle, even like just a fraction of a second before letting go of the arrow, the gauge might look fine, but your aim is actually going to be off. And I just need some
Yeah,
meatballs.
please meat. There we go.
I'm hungry.
Meat.
I actually am hungry. I'm going to need to eat after this.
It's like 5 a.m.
It is 5 a.m., but I need to eat. Come on, one more meatball for the fans. Or, you know, you can get an arrow in after that usually too. There we go.
Oh, and the meatball
Whoop.
right at the orca.
Okay, we're going to stand
Very nice,
away
very
from the
nice.
water.
All right.
If we were staring directly into the water, the game would chug so hard. Thank
You
you.
could count the frames.
All right, so one more boss down. We're getting into the final stretch of the video game. I gotta move immediately. You've seen that these harpies, what these harpies can do. If you stand still for like just a second there, they will be very vicious. They'll knock you down and do a bunch of damage. Thankfully, we didn't take any damage during the fight. It was just the birds before then. So we're gonna run through this. Ooh, lots of arrows. Switch back to Hercules. And then we will run back up Alpheus. I am going to do a little bit of a jump here. Just for safety, normally, if I wanted to go real fast, I would probably just jump over the scary pits, but I prefer to do no platforming in this video game except this. So we're gonna, notice Serena's portion of the level is just here. They just leave it in. Might have something to do with the frame rate. Whoop, okay.
Oh, okay, we're good.
We're fine, we're fine.
Hey.
Hey. So we'll run back over the scary death pits, and we've got time for some more donations.
Sure thing. We've got $20 from Navi, who says, "Hey, listen."
Hey.
It really
$5.
is their ocarina.
It's undeniable. $5 from The Magic Man, who says, "Hey."
Hey.
$5 from It's Bexy, who says, "Hey, Hercules heads, hopping in with a helping hand for Happy by Three's Horsehead Hijinks. Hype!"
And hey.
I think the letter H might have sponsored that donation.
It's colder than New York is out here. Can't believe that's the last time we'll hear that.
Bittersweet.
All right, hit us.
We have got an anonymous donation of $5. No comment. Thank you so much.
Hey.
We'll assume it was hay.
Yeah.
An implied
I will say
hey.
hey to them and hope that they're saying hey back to us in their hearts.
That's beautiful.
It's beautiful for 5 a.m. at least.
It's all beautiful at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so true.
Except the sunrise. If I ever have to see a sunrise, something is wrong.
It'll be too soon or something.
We have a $10 donation from Grogfella, who says, "A man has fallen into the river in ancient Greece. Start the new rescue Hercocopter."
Hey.
Is that a pun?
Why
I wouldn't count it.
Sorry, Grogfella, the panel has spoken.
I mean-
But thank you for the $10 donation to Doctors Without Borders.
Yeah. Worth it.
Yeah. So he has just, instead of giving us a rune, he gave us the Medallion of Zeus, the final medallion we needed to beat the game. The only one we didn't need to buy with money, just our blood, sweat, and tears instead. We're running back down. More time for donations.
You've got it. We have got a $50 donation from Single Speed, who says, "Thank me? No, thank you, hosts and runners and tech crew. Let's get it, gamers." Thank you so much. I do want to give a huge shout out to all of our anonymous donors out there. A reminder, you don't have to leave your name. We love you all the same. We have anonymous donations of $250, $100, who says less than 3, less than 3, less than 3.
Less than 3.
An anonymous donor with $200, another anonymous donor with $50 and a heart, and another anonymous donor with $1,000. Huge thank you to all of our anonymous donors out there. Y'all are keeping us moving. And we are moving and grooving on this horse cosplay incentive. We are just about at 2/3 of the way there. Almost $5,000 out of that $7,500. Just $2,620 to go. I know that you want to see that horse cosplay as badly as I do, so make sure that when you donate, whether it's through our official donate page or the Twitch extension, that you assign that donation to the incentive for that horse cosplay.
So this is the Sacred Garden of Shrines. Again, we could come here the whole time. This is what we've been collecting medallions for. Second instance of us pushing a box ever, even though we were told about that in the tutorial. There's a couple mechanics in the tutorial that I just don't think get used at all. You know, you heard it from the person in Santa Manicus. They ran out of time. We are at Mount Olympus. Cereal looks very nice. It's pretty basic. We got to run around, take some teleports, collect some Chaos Emeralds for some reason. Hey, block puzzle.
Hey.
Anyway, that's solved. Slightly scary, weird floating island thing.
All right, good walking, good walking.
Good walking, good walking. You would not believe, I don't think I've ever fallen there, but you would not believe how terrified I am that I will one day. I'm gonna go save there in a bit, but first I gotta take care of some business. Gotta collect a couple more Chaos Emeralds, and we have to fight a great and mighty dragon. Serena is here for some reason also. We'll see her in a sec. The most chaosy Chaos Emerald right there. It's even green.
It's green. Splash light.
Yeah, the light ray just makes a weird water splash effect for some reason whenever you walk in and out of it. I always thought that was really funny. Here's Serena. She's hanging out here. I don't know how she got up here, but she senses something.
She's a little twitchy.
We are going to go take care of the evil that she's sensing. There's a portal down here that's just randomly open. I don't know how you're supposed to know it's over here, other than this place isn't very big. Here's a dragon. Let's take care of that.
Amazing frame rate.
yeah, turns out when you don't have anything on screen, there we go, there's the damage. I'm probably gonna have to get out of the way. Oh, I'm locked on. I don't want to do that. I just want to shoot in first person. And there it goes.
Very nice, very nice.
When you're hot, you're hot. So that dragon, all you have to do is just go into first person mode, which thankfully does work on this boss. I don't know why that's so loud.
It was loud.
It's just a loud teleport compared to everything else. And then the arrows are basically instant in first person. And also, you just hit it in, it's got like a head hitbox, and you just hit it there. And by the way, the head hitbox, not where the head is. It just kind of stays in the same place no matter what. I'm going to do a quick little save, just in case. It's not that this is dangerous, but we've got a skip coming up. The final boss is coming right up. Just to give a quick overview of what exactly is about to happen. This final boss has 3 phases. Oop. We are going to do some tricky health manipulation. I'm going to try and pause clip up here also. This was working when I tried it before. I'm going to try it from this side. It's totally different on this side, guys. Maybe it is. I don't know. Oop.
Every piece of geometry is unique.
This is just, you know what? I said we were done doing that one pause jump, and I'm realizing this is like the same pause jump with a different skin. Okay, there it is.
Hey.
So yeah, like I said, the final boss, normally he would teleport away at half of his health bar. However, with some very tricky damage manipulation, if we get him over that half health threshold while he's stunned and we've like grappled him, we can actually interrupt his normal teleport away. We're gonna pause clip. We can push that statue out of the way. We're just gonna pause clip through it because we have to equip this gem anyway. These all go in a specific order. But basically, if we are able to drop Ares, our brother, his health to 0 in the first phase without letting him get to phase 2 or 3, we can skip like 5 minutes of this final boss fight and a whole lot of dropped frames. I'm in the middle of this pedestal, very normal. These all go in a specific one. But yeah, we make a very long boss fight into something very quick. Hopefully, we will be able to do it. I'll just try and explain it as best as I can in the 50 seconds we've got left. Ideally, I'm gonna grab this barrel, pick it up and throw it at him because it does about 1/4 of his health. Just in case, I'm gonna grab this bread. Let me have that bread. Thank you.
That bread, gamer.
Get that bread. We are gonna go into first person because it increases the frame rate, which means we do more damage, which means he's more likely to get stunned because damage in this game is pretty random. I'm going to do something a little different here. Okay, that should be fine. Gonna try and hopefully knock him down quickly. He's gonna hurt us a little bit, but that's okay. There we go. Okay, we should be fine. Gonna grapple him. 1, 2, 3. He's over the half health threshold. Get out of first person. Grab him. Punch him to stop his teleport. And we're gonna do that just one more time to drop his health low enough. All right. Pick him up, throw him, punch him, stop the teleport. He's kind of ghost-like, if you can see. He's a little translucent because he's supposed to be teleporting away and spawning like 50,000 guys. We're gonna hit him with a barrel, and time's gonna be on the last text box when it's cleared. So get ready, and time.
Woo! GG!
So that is Hercules, the Legendary Journeys. We've rescued our dad from the orb. There he is.
Orb.
Yeah, I mean, thanks for having me on. This was, I'm really happy to have this speed run. You know, Silly Block, Awful Block, always one of my favorite things to watch every GDQ. Now I get to be awake for all of it because I'm in it. Wow, who's great? That's crazy. Thanks for somehow giving me an hour of Silly Block. Pretty good time. Pretty happy with that. Shout outs to my couch here. Thank you all very much for joining me.
Hey.
I want to give a shout out to N64 Mania, our regular crew of Nintendo 64 appreciators. Shout out to OhHeyItsKara and his community. And yeah, to everyone else at home, my friends and family, and everyone here with me at, what is it now, 4 a.m., 5 a.m.? Time isn't real anymore, I think.
There's no way to know.
No way to know at all. And thank you, GDQ and MSF.
Let's